Yo, 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 it's your boy Chris Lee. It's another episode of Blerd Talk. I appreciate y'all for sticking with your boy. But listen, I know I've been hiatus. I ain't no excuse. I've been missing. But I've been focusing on my music. I'm releasing new music. I'm really going like 10 toes down on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tunnel vision right now. I'm locked in, you feel me? So that's just kind of where I've been at, is releasing new music. If you like hip hop music, man, then you can follow me on Chris Lee on my Chris Lee page on my Facebook, which is KHRISLEE on Facebook. You will probably see me cheesing on a profile picture like this, or maybe you see my new album cover for my new album to come. So with that being said, that's kind of where I've been at.
You making music, Daddy?
Yeah, I'm making something like music right now. That being said, let's jump right into it. Now, as you see in the background, you see the switch, just this infamous, just subtle, iconic logo there. You know, when you see that and a reveal is mentioned in the title, you know something's magnificent about to happen. I ain't wearing my red shirt for this one, but you know something's about to be crazy here. A lot of us been speculating about the Switch 2. A lot of us been wondering what's going to come with Switch 2. Because when the PlayStation Portal came out, a lot of us was looking at the Switch like, what you gonna do? Huh? Do something. You poking it with a stick. Do something. They out here got cloud gaming. What you gonna do? You feel me? So at the end of the day, the Switch was like, hold tight. I'm working on something. And I've been wondering why Switch was just awfully quiet during the console wars. PlayStation over here, Xbox over there, PC Master Race trying to insert themselves into the conversation. You got the big three here going on. Meanwhile, at the back cave, you got Nintendo just sitting there. Good. And they're waiting for their perfect moment to strike, which is they chose it now. Which is good. No problem with that. No problem with that at all. But the Switch 2 reveal has taken over the internet. Everybody who's a Switch fan or a gaming fan or just played the Nintendo at any point in time in life is all looking at this reveal, and it was like, hey, do you see this? Right? This is something that I want to address with the Switch 2 before we get too far down the video, alright? If you don't want to hear what I'm about to say, just skip past. But you might want to hear this. The Switch 2 took its precious time because I really and truly believe it was listening to the fans. They were listening to the people who are dedicated their free time and then playing their consoles and their stable games and their exclusive titles and spending money on accessories and subscriptions and blase, right? So they said, you know what? We're all ears. We're listening. There's a few design quirks that we had with the OG Switch that we was like, I prefer they improve on this. And they was like, sure, we can get a hold of that. So first and foremost, the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons is probably one of the most iconic console controllers of all time. I mean, when you see that Joy-Con, you think of an array of possibilities. You thinking Just Dance. You thinking about workout games, Wii Sports. You know, you got Mario Party. All these other games that you think of that really have that emergent type of feel, right? You even have so many different type of games that you can use with those Joy-Cons. But the biggest setback with Joy-Cons were stick drift. Stick drift has been an issue that been plaguing the Joy-Cons for years. Like, I had problems with it. I have friends who had problems with it. Now, everybody may not have had the same experience, but a lot of us are familiar with that bad experience. It's almost like Xbox Ring of Death. Right? Remember that? The ring of death, like the red ring. Like you saw it on your Xbox, you knew it was over with. You have a funeral arrangements, you know, it's crazy. But now they addressed it that. Stick drift is something that they're focusing on, and they're focused on repairing or putting to an end. And then of course you have your attachments. How you attach your Switch. Now, how you attach your Switch is something that a lot of us kind of been having issues with. Like, for example, the sliding mechanism has become kind of a just, you know, it's an issue because sometimes it don't slide on just right. You might break the little track piece and you can't really use it, and it becomes unusable, right? And you know, they also address the kickstand. Now, the kickstand on the original Switch wasn't terrible. But at the same time, it God forsaken wasn't great either. Like, I mean, that was like an afterthought. It was like, you just do that song, you just do this song after the design. Like, oh, I forgot to put a kickstand. Oh, I just throw it on there. You put your branding on the back just to disguise the fact that it's flimsy. And a lot of us, most of us, never really play that Switch like this. Let's be honest. I mean, we either got it docked on the TV or we handheld like this. I mean, nothing wrong if you one of the people that set it up there in the middle of a subway while you waiting on your train down in New York, or you somewhere in San Francisco, and you just prop it up like how you see in the commercials where they just prop it up in a random spot and they playing with their buddies. Never mind the sunlight beaming into their eyes and the screen is dim. Then you got to scratch up to see your little characters, but you're doing it because the commercial make it look so believable. Never mind that. But the fact is, you do now have a kickstand that's a little bit more flush to the design in the aesthetic. So I do like that. It does look a little bit more sleek. I personally like the design there. And you have a little bit more of a flexibility as far as how far you can lean it back. So that's cool. So you don't accidentally break it or anything of the sort. I mean, you could still, because it doesn't look like the strongest, but it's not as easy, right? Here is one of my favorite changes here. As you see there, real quick, like, as you see, remember the little pieces that come with the Switch? Remember the little things that got the little strings that goes around your wrist, right? That comes like an added accessory along with the Switch. How many of you all have lost them? Am I the only one? Don't make me feel like I'm the only one. Don't you? I see you out there. You out there like, I never lost mine. I kept up. No, don't do me like that. Don't you do it. You lost one before, and you had to replace it. Me, I lost mine so many times. I went on Amazon and just ordered like a bulk of them and just had extras all over the place, you know. But with that being said, the fact that it's built in, it's pretty solid. That makes it a little bit more accessible. So if you want to just attach it real quick and have a 2-player game, you can. You don't have to worry about, hey, where's the piece at? Where's it? You know. And so that's pretty cool. Especially when playing games like Just Dance and games that use the Joy-Cons almost like as an attachment to your body movements. So that's cool. Now, the drawstring, I don't see an insert for the drawstring there because the drawstring goes around your wrist. So maybe they have like a certain type of console fitting, maybe, not console, but a controller fitting that addresses that. Not sure, but you know Nintendo is king of accessories. So we know it's coming. Don't worry about it. We know it's down the pipeline. And then here, you have your connector piece here. So the connector piece here is where it kind of attaches to the actual console, and it does charges like that as well. Now, that's cool, because the old school piece, how you kind of like drop it in, that's cool, but there has been a lot of issues with that as well, as far as it going off track, or it breaks in half, or it just became a design flaw, you know. So they definitely addressed that as well. And then, of course, you do have, there you go, those little draw straps you see right there in the back. You see them now. So that's pretty cool there as well. Now, with the screen being bigger, it makes it more immersive when you're playing certain titles. It basically brings you more into the gaming world that you are in. And I hope the speakers are really, really, really good there. Because, I mean, being that it's bigger, I imagine the speakers are going to be louder. So that's going to be cool. Obviously, you have Bluetooth headset capabilities, so that's cool as well. Now, I'm going to get to what I would like to have out of that later in this video, but we're going to just talk about what we see in here, okay? So I ain't going to be all over the place, all right? Now, of course, they, you know, changed the design ever so slightly. They made it more smoother. They basically made it a little bit more immersive. You got the new Mario game that more likely is going to be released alongside of it. And then you got your dock there. The dock's a little bit more refined there as well. And then, of course, you got your different your updated controller piece. It's not that much of a difference. It's definitely a slight fix there, but it's not like, you know, PlayStation 4 controller, PlayStation 5 controller, if that makes sense. Okay, it's more so like PlayStation 4 controller, PlayStation Pro controller, right? You know. So with that being said, the console will be released in 2025, which is now. It's right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have pre-orders live right now as we speak. I mean, with the PlayStation debacle, I don't know. Hopefully not. Give us some time to reset, get our finances in order, okay? Let us reset, okay? But with that being said, I'm pretty sure pre-orders are soon. They don't say exactly when in 2025 that this will be releasing, but if I was to get my educated opinion historically based off just history, I'm imagining sometime during the fall, right in time for the holidays of 2025, to be picking up your kids or yourself or your loved one the new Switch 2 during the holidays. Now, with that being said, you've seen the design. Now for my next segment, what I expect and what I would like to see out of the Switch 2. Now, for those in the comment section, comment below what you'd like to see. Maybe I might miss something on my list. Number one on my list, graphic capabilities, okay? Graphic capabilities, you feel me? Because 720p in 2025 will be absolutely ridiculous to even make that entry. So 1080p at 60 frames locked would be perfect. If you can do that, Nintendo, we here. You don't got to go or swing for the fences and give us 4K. I mean, for this handheld console, it's gonna seem like it's gonna put too much pressure on this game, and especially the game developers. All right, y'all never make anything beyond 720p. So if we go from 720 to 4K, it's gonna be just a nightmare for the work environment. So 1080 will be fair. I mean, 1080 60 is pretty solid. I'm not gonna be the douche and be like, I prefer my game to be 120 frame rates at 4K lock, please. Like, no, I'm not gonna be that guy. You feel me? Then that case, use your phone, right? Some of us got phones out here with 16 gig RAMs out there. You use them, okay? Use them. Don't be hopping on Switch about their quality, okay? They're giving you legacy right now. So 1080 60, can we agree to that? Can we shake on that? Okay, you know, maybe some games might be 1080 30. Okay, some game developers might, whatever. 1080 is the minimum though. Minimum. Alright. So being that we got that out the way, 2, new IP. For the love of God. How many more Mario games can we play? The brother's ready to retire. He's like 2 years away from pension. He's ready to retire and spend time with his family. Can we get a Mario family? Cause that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Timestamp this, somebody. A Mario family. Imagine Mario and Princess Peach have kids of their own. You got a Mario Jr., you have a Princess Peach or whatever, and then you got them venturing on their own adventures as the kids of Mario and Princess Peach. Or then you might have the kids of Luigi as well, right? Like just their kids. And that'd be so dope. That's a new IP, and that's still within the Mario stable. That'd be dope. That's a fresh take on things. Maybe you could put them like in a city type of environment. That'd be cool. Like they're like somewhere in New York or somewhere like California, somewhere where they get on skateboards and whatever may be. Just really play with the environment. Really be kind of like in the environment, kind of be a part of the gameplay. Like that'd be dope. You feel me? Like that'd be crazy. Like so many times I can see Mario jump down sewage pipes. I've been watching it for almost. I'm 36 years old. I'm watching it all my life. I'm concerned. It's addiction. Jumping down pipes. No diddy there, but you get where I'm going here, okay? There's only so many times you can see it. Mario Kart was cool, but how many Mario Karts you gonna get? Just saying. So, something like that would be cool, okay? Or just a completely different IP. Maybe do a Smash Brothers, but a story-driven Smash Brothers. Almost, you can still play multiplayer. You can still play against your buddies online or locally, sure. But give us a Smash Brothers with an actual story, not just blah. Just give us one with a story, like revamp story. You know what I'm saying? Like give us Smash Brothers with stories, cutscenes, voice acting maybe. It don't have to be technically voice acted. It can be, you know how Switch normally do. You got the little dialogue, little bubbles there, and nobody's saying that they live just movement. You know, something like that. You know what I mean? Don't matter. Just give us something with cutscenes, okay? I would prefer voice acted cutscenes if you may, okay? That'd be innovation there. I mean, Mortal Kombat got story modes for a while now. Street Fighter's been has story modes. I mean, Tekken got story modes. Give us a story mode, and then obviously for those who say, you know what, I want to just jump straight to the fighting, cool, but give us something like that. Now I know y'all don't like to stretch too much outside of y'all tried and true IPs. I'm just giving you a fresh take on what you can do with your current IPs. Okay, all right, Mario. Okay, that's that. Then you got the Pokemons. I'm sorry, I don't see another Pokemon game at this point. I think we Pokemon'd out, especially in the aesthetic that the Pokemon Arceus, violent, the whatever. Like they're literally the same thing with just a different skin, right? Can you agree with me on that? Not saying it's not fun, but come on, like give us something a little bit more innovative, you know. I mean, how many times are you gonna release? I don't know, Pokemon Snap. I have no ideas. Like just more be more adventurous. It's okay, you big dog. Be more adventurous. Zelda, Hyrule Warriors. I may be saying it all wrong. Correct me in the comment section. But that was a new take on Zelda. That was a new take. That was fire. Give me that Hyrule Warrior, a Dynasty Warrior type skin or aesthetic in Mario fashion. Gotta be solid. Pokemon fashion. I mean, that'd be cool. Something different. Or just a complete new IP altogether, right? Just a complete different IP, right? I mean, it's God of War carried PlayStation for a while. Then you got Last of Us, right? Then you got Ratchet and Clank. Then you got Ghost of Tsushima. Then you got, Famous Second Son, right? So you got all these different IPs that help build the house of PlayStation. You got, you got the Stellar Blade is a new entry. Obviously Spider-Man OG. You know what I'm saying? Like Xbox got Halo, Forza. You feel me? So, we need more of a newer IP versus your big three. Because your demographic is a tried and true loyal demographic. But if you really want to maximize and really just kind of like just straight take everything off the table, and new IPs would be great. Okay, I have heard rumors that perhaps Halo and Xbox titles may be making its way to the Switch. Now, if you could get Game Pass on a Switch, Lord Jesus, Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, if I can get Game Pass on a Switch, it is over with. You hear me, PlayStation? It is over. If they can do that, over. Hopefully they don't do that. Because I'm a PlayStation guy, as you see. I'm also an Xbox guy. You might see right behind here. But I love them all. But it'll be over with. I'm letting you know right now. It's over for you, champ. Cloud gaming. Okay? Cloud gaming will be nice on the Switch. Where you can have a subscription-based service where you can play like the Mario World or in Luigi's Haunted Mansion or whatever you call it. You can play all those games, Mario Parties and Mario Karts, right? And you have a monthly subscription and you can stream those games for those who may not want to have the physical titles, right? That'd be cool, right? That'd be solid. If you could do that with cloud gaming. I don't know if they're going to adapt the cloud gaming. I haven't heard any rumors at all about them potentially taking that leap. But in the era of what Wi-Fi is now, with Wi-Fi 6 and how strong services are now, I mean, why not? I mean, that's something you at least can tilt your hat at or at least investigate. That's all I'm saying. Outside of that, those are the things that I personally expect from the Switch. 1080p, 60 frames, or between 60 and 30, but I prefer 60 lock. I mean, it's 2025 here, by the way. We did speak on new IP, or potentially new adventures in your current IP. Okay, we definitely spoke about backward compatibility. So you do have backward compatibility. You can play the old games as well. So you do not have to trade or sell off your OG Switch console games. You can still play the same games on this current Switch model. So don't worry about it. Okay, battery life, at least 6 hours of battery life. If you can do that, greater, awesome. But at least 6 hours. If you spend more than 6 hours on the Switch and you're nowhere near an outlet, I'm gonna need you to look up. There's a world out here. Beyond that, I mean, I think that's pretty much it, right? I mean, you kind of like know that with the hardware, so I mean, I can't ask no more of that. But those are the things I'm asking if you could bring to the table, Nintendo. So with that being said, I mean, I'm really am a fan of OG Nintendo games, but if we really gonna keep it a band here, we really gonna need Switch to do a lot more than a design change. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, appreciate y'all all for watching Blerd Talk. Appreciate y'all all for sticking with me. Peace.